update just a couple days ago, and I'll be trying to point out some of the changes since we're starting it out mid playthrough. We're still in the early game because we're going in the process of gathering mediums and maybe heavies before we move on to the hardcore end game parts of a career mode. So it's a good opportunity for us to jump in and enjoy some of the new tweaks that have been added by our friend Bloody Doves, who is the mod developer. So let's jump into it.
Command interface initiated.
I can't say enough, or give enough shout outs, I should say, to Bloody Doves for his work on this mod. Truly is a game-changing mod. Battletech was a great game. Battletech Advanced takes that game to a whole new level, which makes it incredibly replayable. We're almost up to 3 years since Battletech first came onto the scene, and I still enjoy it to the point where I play it on a weekly basis, especially streaming it on a weekly basis, because it's very replayable. It's a fun game. There's infinite challenges. So, do we cycle away from the title sometimes, especially when new things come out? Yeah, we do that. But Battletech continues to be a mainstay, especially when modders put out great products like Battletech Advanced, and they're constantly updating them. So let's jump into it. Alright, this is a capture, destroy the base mission. Alright, we brought six mechs because after this we're going to be traveling anyway, so we don't have to worry about pilot fatigue. And an important note, I do believe that with the update of the mod, Bloody Doves reduced how much your particular pilots have to rest in between missions.
Yes, Commander.
And I think it is more relatable to actual lore.
Orders.
That Battletech pilots should need maybe a day to recover, maybe 2 days to recover. But in earlier versions of Battletech Advanced, your pilots, especially your inexperienced pilots, sometimes needed 5 or 6 days to recover, which seemed a little much to me. A mech warrior that can only fight once a week seems
Receiving
a little hamstrung. You gotta remember, mech warriors do get lots of breaks and downtime when they travel. If they're in a large company, maybe they drop every other
No shooting, just running.
drop instead of every drop. But there are some experienced mech warriors who could go day after day indefinitely.
Fast.
And in fact, there's books in the lore that speak of battles that go on for days. So pilot fatigue is an item you have to be worried about long term, but if let's say you're engaged in a battle on a planet, and I'm talking Battletech lore, not Battletech the game, and the enemy's coming over the hill, are you going to say, what? You know what? You fought 2 days ago, so we're going to give you this battle off. No, it's going to be all hands on deck, and we'll give you some rest later. Alright, so we're coming up on the facility here. We've got a Hunter Light support tank here. Let's see if we can get a tag on him.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
Yep. Alright, we got the tag on him. Maybe we can clear him out before we start working on the turrets. That would be nice. Let's push up with our other fire starter.
On the move, full speed.
Alright, our fire starter's has vision on the turrets, which means the turrets have vision on him. There's no point in using a tag on a turret, so we might as well go after the hunter light support tank here. Now let's see. Let's look at these turrets that we have vision on. We've got dual HVAC C5 turret, unknown turret there. So it probably does make sense for us to start working on these turrets. Slightly bigger threat than the hunter tank. And we've got a building which we can take out, but the building obviously is not a priority. So let's hit this turret first and foremost.
Ready for orders.
Try to knock these turrets out.
Let's move.
It's a bigger threat than that hunter tank right now. Oh. These misses are killing me. You guys should not miss a turret. You guys are experienced pilots.
Ready for orders.
Alright, let's see if we can get rid of this turret before it
Got
can
it.
shoot at us. Don't know if we're going to bring enough firepower to bear this round to avoid that turret shooting.
Yep.
Maybe if we can
Copy
hit
that.
with this AC-10.
I copy.
No, we're going to miss.
Ah, crap.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's push our fire starters towards these vehicles.
Roger that.
They can stay evasive to avoid the turrets. And again, having the tag put on these vehicles has a lot more value than putting the tag on turrets. Because, oh, we got an enemy mech coming up.
They got
Alright.
a lock on me.
That's going to change things a little bit. Looks like it's a sensor locker.
Engaging.
Keep using the fire starters to keep these vehicles busy over there. Both have AMS, so should be able to handle those vehicles. Alright, that vehicle right here, Predator Tank Destroyer, has an AC on it, so we gotta watch that one carefully. Alright, so let's push up. And we really want to get rid of this turret here and this turret here. So we got we've got a standard LRM turret, and then we've got this dual HVAC 5 turret. So let's see if we can get rid of this turret now that we're closer. There goes the dual HVAC turret. And we got this enemy mech here.
Standing by.
But we still probably want to prioritize. Alright, can't get vision on a turret with the hunchback, so we might as well let it go after. And we got a jam. but it can still go after this hunter support tank. Looks like we have a missile carrier up there too.
Standing by.
Wolverine should have
On the
enough
move,
speed.
full
Yep,
speed.
we can push the Wolverine forward. And start working on that LRM
Engaging
turret.
target.
The LRM turret.
It's okay. Damage is light.
Until we see what that mech is, the turrets are definitely the biggest threat right now.
Double time.
So
Let's go.
we're going to prioritize those. Let's see, we got this SRM-6 carrier. What's on this Predator? It's an AC-20. Oh boy. But our hit percentage is lousy there, so let's actually do precision strike here on this LRM turret.
Attacking from position.
Of course we hit the building. No, we hit the turret instead. Looked like we hit the building, but we did hit the turret. Good thing we kept those fire starters evasive.
I'm listening.
Really get over to those vehicles from this spot. We almost have to go across. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to deviate a little bit. Let's take one of our fire starters. Ah, we got a Raven over here. Okay. Let's see if we can get a tag on that Raven. I'm actually going to use precision strike here because it's that important to get a tag on a Raven.
Pulling the trigger.
Good. Alright, we got... Yeah, those vehicles we can actually wait a little bit on.
Orders.
The turrets and this Raven are going to be a priority here.
Pulling off.
We got significant reinforcements. So we got an Omni fire starter. Good salvage there. We've got a Raven. We've got mobile artillery here. I mean, we've got a lot of enemies to deal with. So let's let our fire starters focus on dealing with this Raven. We're going to have to kind of pull back away from those vehicles. Oh, wait. Ah, these reinforcements that just popped out of nowhere, we got to make them pay for popping out of nowhere into our formation. There goes a hunchback. One shot to the rear, one kill. We only get one piece of it, but I don't really need pieces of hunchbacks right now. I mean, sure, I can add some hunchbacks to
Aye, aye.
our bench depth, but hunchbacks really aren't going to move my company forward here.
All right.
The other hunchback, really got to try to make this guy pay for jumping up in the middle of our formation.
Taking the shot. Scored a critical hit.
Good to go.
Can we get a rear shot? We can.
Full speed, no target.
Oh, buddy. This is why you should not
Got the angle.
jump in
Taking fast.
right next to the enemy guns. There we go. There goes another
Go
hunchback.
down.
are. Oh, that's the artillery, I believe.
Systems holding.
Alright, we're gonna have some good salvage options here.
Orders.
Alright, so we need to push forward.
Got it.
Still want to work on these turrets as well. We got a lot of targets to take out. No question about it. Oh, medium MRM turret. No, we don't have vision on the other turret. Alright, we only have so many AC-10 shots. So
Target. Confirmed.
wasted AC-10 shot there.
I missed.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Fire starter's getting beat up a little.
Internal structure damage.
But again, we are traveling after this mission, so if our fire starters get beat up, or even if our mediums get beat up a little bit here, it's okay. That fire starter Omni is some really nice. I love to put a fire starter Omni. They are fire starter Omnis, or the regular fire starters.
Commander.
Bigger, badder brother, because it's an Omni mech, of course. Alright, let's actually push here with our fire starter. Let's get in on this Raven.
Here we go. Reporting.
Alright, our fire starter took some damage already, so let's actually don't want him to sprint into the melee there, so let's have him use,
Move order confirmed.
hopefully get us a tag on this Omni fire starter. We'll even do a precision strike here. Tag marked, okay. Alright, we gotta prioritize taking out this Omni fire starter. Hit percentage is lousy here. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta take the shots. Because we want this 5.9 OC out of the bag. Our fire starters
All right. That was really bad.
taking some hard hits here.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna push up the hunchback. We need to
On the move. Full speed.
work on these turrets too. We're in a catch-22. And this mobile artillery. Let's go for the mobile artillery here.
Confirmed. I've been sensor locked.
We're gonna have to trust the Shadowhawk and the Firestarter to
I copy.
work on that Firestarter Omni. They should be able to handle it because we need to get rid of some of these turrets.
Confirmed.
The MRM turret and the LRM turret are just going to tear up our armor every time. We need to get rid of them.
Damage is light.
Waiting for orders.
Let's push up with the Enforcer. Same objective here. We need to get rid of some turrets and that mobile artillery as well. Yeah, let's go after the LRM turret
Here
here.
it comes.
Alright, good. There goes the LRM turret.
Turret destroyed.
Very nice. Oh, it looks like there's a mech lurking back there too. We got a lot of mechs here. Alright, let's see what the Firestarter Omni does. Yeah, I knew it was going to go in and try to overheat our Shadowhawk. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. I wonder if that's a trebuchet back there. There might be a trebuchet back there. There's a lot of defense of this base for sure.
I'm listening.
So our fire starters cannot really help us that much with
Confirmed.
what's on that hill till we take out those turrets. So let's actually do some tag teaming here
Lock in target.
on this Firestarter Omni.
Receiving you.
I hate to send a Firestarter in close to melee against a Firestarter Omni, but I think we have to use numbers here, especially since my Shadowhawk is overheating. There's a Raven. We'll deal with the Raven later. Offensively, it looks like the Raven only has a medium laser, so we're okay in the short term. Got those vehicles to deal with too. I'm telling you, there's
Minimal
a lot
damage on that
of
hit.
enemy forces here. Glad we took 6 mechs. Firestarter's going after the Shadowhawk again. At least it's mostly overheating the Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk can still go in for melee. So let's do that. It will just shred our armor to bits over time.
Good to go.
Let's push up with our Hunchback.
Copy that.
RM turret. Let's do a precision strike here. I want to really make sure we can get both of these Ultra Cannon 5 shots into this
Locked on.
turret. There we go.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we're going to do the same thing here.
Location confirmed.
Let's make sure this turret goes away.
Roger.
That's actually a lot of their firepower.
Turret destroyed.
MRM turrets will just shred your armor like there's no tomorrow. So it was important that we got rid of that. So let's push our Enforcer forward. And we got to go after this artillery piece. So let's do... We got another precision strike available, so let's make sure we make this salvo count.
Firing. All weapons.
One thing about this game, mobile artillery has much higher armor than traditionally in military, and also in lore for that matter. It's not a tank. It's a piece of artillery. Well, it doesn't seem to be using its artillery. It's basically just using its large laser to take sniper shots at us. Alright. Same thing here.
Hauling
gonna-
ass.
Throw a lot of bodies at this Omni Firestarter. Not only is it
Here you go.
a very dangerous opponent for its tonnage, but we want to maximize salvage on that Firestarter. So if we can cook it out of the into ejection, I'd be happy.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, another Firestarter on the Firestarter. We're just gonna try to cook this guy into an ejection.
Target confirmed.
There we go, he's over the red line. Alright, we can handle those vehicles now that we've got those turrets under control. Now our Shadowhawk is cooled down, so we can go back to the business at hand of tearing apart this Omni Firestarter. We'll use Precision Strike. Most of that shot. There we go. Alright, we only got one part of the Omni Firestarter. Disappointing.
Ready for
But,
orders.
you know, there's too many enemies on this map for us to do the let's
My
pick
way.
them apart, maximize salvage deal. At some point, you gotta just say, you know what, we're gonna play this legitimate, and we're gonna focus on getting as many enemies off the field
Acknowledged.
as quickly as possible. Oh, that mobile artillery is so
Receiving you.
overpowered as far as armor.
On my way.
Luckily, we've got multiple mechs that can just keep hammering this thing. There we go. We finally got through the armor.
Solid connection on that one.
Orders.
If we can get a hit on the Enforcer, because that armor, this guy has no really weak armor here. If we can hit right now, this should finish off the mobile
Copy
artillery.
that.
No, not all of our medium lasers hit. Otherwise, I think that would have finished it. Oh, we got an Orion up there. Hello. Okay. Alright. This mission just got crazy difficult, and
Taking heavy
we got
hits,
some really
Commander.
good salvage. Thanks everybody for joining us on our stream. We're just playing some casual Battletech on a Saturday morning. We're playing the updated Battletech Advanced. I think it's version
Commander.
1.7 now, if I'm not crazy. Alright, so I think we got the enemy numbers down to the point where you can start.
Full speed sounds good.
We've got this Orion up here. So we definitely want to get a tag on that Orion. But we are about to lose our tag on this Raven. So let's make sure we get a tag on the Raven again. We're about to lose the tag on the Raven. So now we've got it reestablished. Those vehicles to the right are still going to take some pot
Damage
shot
minimal.
at us, but they're nothing. They're not as dangerous as that Orion that just popped up on the other side of the hill. All right, let's see if we can get a tag on that Orion.
Throttle at full.
Basically, that's the primary job of these
Firing on
fire
target.
starters now, is to be tagging for the mediums. No luck there. Alright, let's get the Shadowhawk back into the swing of things. We're definitely going to want that Shadowhawk taking shots at the Orion. But first, let's finish off this mobile artillery. Oh, that should have finished it off. It's crazy. I'm starting to think the mobile artillery doesn't have
Good to
any
go.
artillery ammo on it, because it stopped taking artillery shots. Let's see. It has Sniper Artillery Inferno, but we've done damage to it or it's out of ammo, one of the two. So that's why we're not seeing any
Copy that.
ammo, Sniper Artillery fire from it. Oh, that should have finished that piece
Nice.
of mobile artillery.
Got past his armor.
That mobile artillery, I swear, has more armor than that Orion up there.
Got the angle.
There, finally we get rid of that mobile artillery piece. If you're just tuning in, we had turrets
One more
to
for the
deal with.
trapeze.
We've had multiple rounds of lances, of mechs to deal with. This has been quite a battle. So now we still have an Orion up there.
On my way.
Let's take our shot with the Orion.
Like this.
We gotta start working through this Orion now. It's the biggest threat on the board. I'm surprised the Orion's being so aggressive because it's up against 6 mechs. I know it's an Orion. It's got a nice tonnage advantage over us, but we still have 4
Losing lots of
mediums
armor.
and 2 lights on the field.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so at some point we need to start pushing our mechs
Mm-hmm.
across. Alright, let's see if we've got precision strike available. Let's use that to make sure we get the tag on Orion. There we go.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, this fire starter's already been beat up quite a bit, so let's
10-4.
make sure we keep it evasive. Let's see. Get another tag on this Orion. Each one of those tags does stack on each other slightly. You know, the second tag does not give you as much improved gunnery as the first tag, but it still adds up. Alright, let's push up with our Shadowhawk. Not only does this Shadowhawk have 2 AC5s, as you can see it has a regular AC5 and a light AC5. 2 SRM6s, but we also have Sabo rounds for those AC5, so this does a significant amount of damage for the AC5, especially on armor. Those AC5s will chew through armor faster than they will, say, structural.
Waiting for orders. Heading out.
Ammo is starting to become a concern. So we really need to try to push through this Orion. Use a breaching shot. But no. We need to throw everything we can at this Orion. Start
Locked on
pushing
target.
through this armor. This is a pretty
Ready for
updated
orders.
version of the Orion. It's a new version. One of the things that
Coordinates
Bloody
received.
Doves does a great job of adding to this mod constantly is adding new mechs, new mech versions. I don't remember ever seeing this version of the Orion before, so this is definitely a ton of armor on it.
Standing by.
So really what we need to do is just
Confirmed.
keep pounding and pounding and pounding the armor on this thing.
I copy.
You know, we might have 6 mechs, but the firepower of those 6 mechs, it's still going to take a while to push through the armor on this Orion. It's got tons of armor. Meantime, we can't take too many, as you can see. even our Wolverine, which has a nice amount of armor for a medium, cannot take that
Yeah.
firepower indefinitely. So one thing we can do now is we can start working our fire starter up. We're going to keep getting tags and take medium laser shots, but more to the point, we're going to get out and start using flamers on this Orion. Try to shut down some of those weapons. Raven's just trying to be a distraction here. We're just going to kind of ignore it. That Orion is definitely the bigger threat.
Receiving you.
Alright, so what we'll do is we'll actually have our fire starter that already has damage anyways. Let's have it work on the Raven.
Roger, Commander. Angle is good.
Nice hits there. Still have those vehicles across the river. They're going to give us some trouble. Alright, come on, Shadowhawk. Alright, we've got a precision strike available. Let's go after one of the legs with these Sabo rounds. Still can't break through the armor.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, more of the same, rinse and repeat. Now we got a jam on our ultra cannon.
Got it.
Good to go.
Alright, Wolverine. Let's get this Wolverine a little evasive here.
Let's move.
That didn't do us a lot of
Receiving
good.
you.
Alright, Enforcer. Alright, see if we can get some structural damage
weapons,
here.
fire.
Yes, alright, we hit the leg, I think. Alright. Alright, see what the Orion's gonna do. Just going after the Wolverine. Alright, Wolverine's gonna need some repairs for sure after this.
Critical hit. Bad one, I think. Commander.
Alright, but now that gives us the opportunity to get our fire starter up here
I got it. Don't think.
behind
Don't
the Orion.
shoot. Just run.
Start
Outmaneuvered you, didn't I?
working on the rear armor. Get it to the point where it can't shoot all of those weapons because of its heat. Alright, I'm surprised that Raven didn't go after the Wolverine.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, and we're gonna have our fire starter keep going after this Raven. Trying to get it to
Rear
eject
armor
here. Vehicles are just gonna keep taking pot shots at our right armor. Luckily we have some AMS to mitigate that. Alright, Shadowhawk. Ooh, yes, we have precision strike available. And we have a damaged leg. So let's make the most of that. Oh, or we can just blow it up. Oh, we got 4 salvageable parts out of that. Very nice. Typically when an enemy mech blows up, you're not going to get that much salvage. So, hey, I'll take that. Alright, so all of a sudden that changes things by a pretty huge amount here.
Yep.
Let's just
Move into position.
really team up and see if we can't finish off this Raven here. not the best hit percentage here, but if our ultra cannon hits,
Copy that.
that Raven's not going to last very long.
Yes, Commander. Aye, aye.
We kind of have this Raven isolated and overheated. Let's try to make the most of it here.
Commander.
Raven just doesn't have the armor to take this much punishment forever.
Affirmative.
We're getting some lucky hits with our ACs. I'm surprised this Raven's still hanging in there. It must have some pretty solid armor. Might have some endo steel.
Yeah?
Alright, yeah, we're just gonna
Affirmative.
take advantage of the fact that this Raven is isolated and outnumbered, and we're just gonna
Guess I'll give it to him
flood
then.
the force of injection. It's a good pilot. It's dealing with the fact that it's overheated.
Reporting.
Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to let our 2 fire starters finish off this Raven. It's not going to take too much longer.
Firing an enemy stick.
Alright, and then what we can do is have our vehicles now, or our mechs, turn and start dealing with some of those vehicles. See if we can get them out of here. Good hit percentages here. Let's do precision strike.
What do you need? Confirm. I'm on it.
Waiting for orders. On the move. Locking on target. No luck.
Orders.
Come on. Let's see if we can get rid of this Hunter light tank. One good AC-10 shot.
Roger
might
that.
Do it. Not quite enough.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep overheating this Raven. 2 fire starters against a Raven.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
He just can't hang in here very much longer. Alright, there's an injury.
Oh, now I'm...
And he panicked and ejected 4 salvageable parts. Alright. Oh my god, that the pilot of that Raven was Darius, which is hilarious, because there is a pilot called Darius. I've never gone up against him. I've had Darius as a mech warrior before, but I've never had him on the other team. That's kind of funny.
10-4.
We use our fire starters to work on these buildings. Thanks everybody for joining us. We're just wrapping up a destroy the base mission. We're on the last legs here. We have a couple of vehicles to take out, and then we'll finish off the buildings, and then we're out of here. Alright, so let's push forward here. I don't know how much we want to go after. Don't know how much we want to go after these vehicles here, because we've already pretty much maxed out our salvage with what we've already destroyed. But might as well take some of these vehicles off the field. It's just going to increase the amount of items in
Aye, aye.
the salvage pool, so there's really no downside to not clearing these out, and it probably will make our evac go a little faster. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this.
Got the angle.
Ultra-light
Taking the
tank.
shot.
Alright, so we have 2 more enemy vehicles, I believe.
That one's gone.
Actually, it might be just 1 more vehicle.
Orders.
So we have, what do we
On.
got? I think we have 1 tank. Predator tank destroyer. I've never seen this before. It might have been added with the latest
Roger
update.
that.
I've never seen a Predator tank destroyer before. It's one thing that's great about Battletech, as I said earlier.
Commander.
Battletech Advanced is my favorite mod, and they constantly update it. Just last week, they gave us a great update. It's now up to 1.7, and they added a lot of fun features, including a completely different skill tree. And it's a lot of interesting. Next time we stop into the barracks, I'll show you how the new skill tree works.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
And even though they updated it mid-campaign, it's still pretty easy for us to just run the update and move forward with our career. We don't have to do a restart, so we're pushing forward.
Lock in target.
Alright.
Reporting.
Alright, let's keep letting the fire starters finish off these buildings.
On my way.
Oh, we got another turret there we have to deal with. I forgot.
Fun.
Enemy structure eliminated.
Alright, let's use our Shadowhawk to finish off this Predator tank. I thought we'd finish it off there. Not a problem. Ooh, large laser turret. That's okay. After this mission, we're going to be traveling to another planet anyways, so as long as we don't lose any mechs or pilots, I'm not too worried about damage. Because we're going to be taking a jump anyways. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Predator tank destroyer. There we go. Alright, so we actually took out 2 lances and turrets and a lance of vehicles on this mission, so pretty epic.
I copy. Locking on.
Alright, so we got 1 more
My
turret.
timer
We're
is
going to have to
empty.
take that out
Good to go.
so we don't have to do a walk to the evac, which is
Big
one of my least favorite things to do. Thanks to everybody who's joining us for the stream. Just some casual Battletech on a Saturday morning.
Firing.
Just finishing up the destroy the base mission. We're relatively early on in our playthrough, which is why we have mostly
Flat
mediums and lights.
I'm listening.
One more vehicle, one more
I'm
building
feeling
to
it.
take
Yes, I
out,
am.
and then that turret over there, and then we can bug out.
There you go. Receiving you.
This fire starter should finish
Good
off
to
this
go.
building. Fire starters are great at clearing out buildings.
Target confirmed.
They get a bonus because of the
Method
fire
inbound,
damage.
Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
And we've got this quad laser turret here to finish off. Of course, it's going to get a couple more shots in. Just because. Alright.
What do you need?
So let's get rid of this turret so we can get out of here. We've had a long day. Lots of mechs that we took out. Quad. Oh, it's a quad medium turret. I could have sworn it was a large. could have sworn we got hit by a large laser there. Alright. Our Shadowhawk should finish this off right here, and Simray can pick us up. And we got a precision strike to burn, so let's just make sure we hit this target. There we go. Alright, that was quite a battle. Quite a battle. They threw a lot of enemies at us for a 2-skull mission.
Mission successful.
I would say it was more of a 3.5 to 4 skull mission, just because of how many enemies they sent our way. So we had almost 2 lances of mechs. I think we had 7 mechs total, if I'm not mistaken. Or it might have been 6. Alright, good payout for this level mission. So let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 mechs. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles and turrets. So, you know, that was a pretty sizable force we were up against for a 2-skull mission. Alright, a little bit of damage to our Wolverine. So we've got some tough salvage choices here. So we've got the Firestarter Omni, which I really love Firestarter Omnis. But we also have 4 Orion parts. We've got Raven parts. We got MRM 20, which I would love to get. A command console. Oh, a command console. Oh boy. You know what? We have to take this command console. The console. This is a very valuable piece of equipment. We have to take that. And then we have to take 3 Orion parts, and then we'll see what else we get. Yeah, so this Orion, I mentioned before, I hadn't seen this Orion version before, because Bloody Doves has been adding new variants like crazy. So this is a very high-end Orion. 9 bonus heat sinking, effectively 3 standard heat sinks. Yeah, this is a nice, very nice Orion, actually. And that's where the command console comes from. So if I build another Orion, then we're going to have 2 command consoles. So, alright, so we got the Firestarter part, we got a Hunchback part, we got 3 Orion parts, a Raven part, and a bunch of other salvage. Not a bad return for a 2-skull mission, that's for sure. So I'd like to encourage everybody who's joining us, let's make this interactive. Please feel free to jump into the chat room. I will also mention that if you're new to our streams and videos, if you go to twitch.tv, Commando Gaming 1, and you give us a follow, everybody who follows us on a monthly basis is entered into a free Funko Pop giveaway. Now, normally we do Funko Pops, but this month, out of respect for Chadwick Boseman's passing, I have a great Black Panther t-shirt, extra large, which we will be giving away as part of the pool for our giveaways at the end of the month. You'll have the ability to either choose a Funko Pop or the Black Panther t-shirt. Any Black Panther t-shirt merchandise right now is actually very hard to come by. This is a completely new, never been worn t-shirt celebrating the Black Panther. It has a very cool, subtle glow-in-the-dark feature. It's a great t-shirt. I was very happy that I got a couple for myself, and we got a couple to give away. So if you give us a follow, you'll be entered in for either the Black Panther t-shirt or the Funko Pop giveaway. So please give us a quick follow, and you'll not only get entered into those free giveaways, but you'll get some great gameplay as we continue on. All right, so as mentioned, the developers of this mod have really changed around the skill tree. So let's take a look at that,
Yes, Commander.
since we have some players to upgrade. So we have a couple different options for skills right now. So for example, Blockade here has gotten up to level 10. So we can select Stone Cold, which is which supercharges your cooling system for a turn, gaining plus 60 heat dissipation for the turn at the cost of responsiveness in the controls. Your initiative is reduced by 2 for 2 turns, 4 turn cooldown. So if you're in the ending stage of a battle, if you're desperate to get a kill, this would be a very useful trait. So let's go ahead and actually get that trait. So it's plus 25 base weapon hit.
Training complete.
So that's a significant upgrade. So let's look at
Orders.
some of our other pilots here.
Good
So
to go.
basically, they've added an additional, when you get to level 10, there's additional skill sets that you can get. So I think that's awesome. All right, let's build up gunnery here
Mech
on
warrior
floppy.
training complete.
All right, our player character, as you can see, he's moving towards getting defensive formation, which is an action. Activate in order to gain a 20% flat damage reduction regardless of cover or positioning for all friendly units. This lasts for 2 turns, 6 turn cooldown. So that's a significant buff. So we're actually going to push towards that. So basically,
Training
you can
confirmed,
reduce the damage for your whole lance for a turn.
Receiving you.
Very useful. All right, let's increase some
Training
guts
complete.
here.
Receiving you.
All right, and now, since Pacifist here is moving down the tactics, he can get this passive ability, which is called Eagle Eye, which is a 33% boost on sensors, sight, all weapons, long and max range brackets, and a 2.5% call shot bonus. So that's a significant upgrade. So them adding
Mech warrior
additional
training
skill
complete.
options to this mod, and this was just part of an
Commander.
update. So the fact that they did this was really great. Okay, so here's another option. So let me back out of this. Oh, it's not going to let me. So instead of just getting multi-target, you can select multi-target or battle lord. So multi-target is fire weapons to up to 3 different targets. We know that. We've seen that before. Battle lord is to supercharge your mech for a turn, dealing 15% greater damage and hitting with +2 accuracy for the turn. Generates an extra 30 heat for this turn, 4 turn cooldown. Now, multi-target is a passive trait. It doesn't have a cooldown. So I think I'm going to go with that. I don't like the idea of getting the extra 30 heat. So we're going to stick with multi-target there. But look, she also has the option to get eventually Sprinter, which is gain an extra 60 meters. So since she hasn't developed her skill tree yet, she can actually go down several paths here. Alright, so I think I want her. Okay, so again, we can choose different options here. Before, we used to just get Bulwark automatically, but now we get Bulwark, which we know, or we can get Shielded Stance. Activate in order to gain a flat 50% damage reduction regardless of cover or position, as well as gaining 1 initiative. It lasts for 2 turns. Initiative only applies the next turn, 4 turn cooldown. So do I want 40%? Or do I want 50% for 2 turns? I think I want Bulwark still. I still want Bulwark. Alright, let's improve the gunnery as well.
Training confirmed.
I feel
Commander.
good with those choices. But I love the fact that the modders have given us additional options
Waiting for
for
orders.
the skill tree. And this was just an
Got something you
update in
want
their
done?
mod. It wasn't even a big deal. They're just like, hey, we're going to give this a try.
Receiving
I know also with this mod, they're trying to work towards giving us the ability to use vehicles with pilots, which would be
Training complete.
really cool. I would love to actually start out in a super hard playthrough where you just start out with vehicles only. You don't even start out with mechs. And you have to build up to getting mechs. Then you have to build up and build up and build up. I think that would be a really cool playthrough.
Standing by.
Hopefully we're going to get those vehicles soon so I can give that a try.
Standing by.
It'd be really cool if we had an option to start with vehicles only. That would be a really hard playthrough, but I think it would be really fun. And by fun, I
Mech
mean
warrior training complete.
very challenging. Alright, so we've done
Awaiting
all
orders.
of our pilot upgrading. Let's go to the mech bay. Alright, so we got some minor repairs to do. So we got our fire starter. Minor repair.
Logged and noted.
Wolverine.
Too hard.
We lost some heat sinks. Fortunately, we got plenty of heat sinks. Wish I had some double heat sink kits. That's what I really need.
On it.
Alright, so we're going to
Know
travel.
when that's done.
But before we travel, let's look at some things that we can do here. So first of all, I think we can retire our fire bee here. I want to go through the store and make sure there isn't anything that we want before we leave this planet. Alright, so the fire bee is going to give us a fair amount of money that we can spend. We've got 4.8 sea bills. So is there anything here that we want? Ooh, a Jagger Mech 2, partial mech salvage. There's 2. Do I want... No, I don't think I want to spend the money to get a Jagger Mech. I just want to look through this quickly, make sure... piercing AC-20... It does more damage to armor, but the overall damage is less. So I don't know if I want that. Ooh, we do have some armor cowls available, so let's get those.
New equipment available.
Armor cowl, armor cowl. Protect our pilots. We have some e-cooling available. Don't know if I want to spend money on e-cooling right now. Let's get this gyro while we can.
New equipment available.
Ooh, unlimited double heat sinks, but we don't have double heat sink kits right now. Oh, we do. They're so expensive. I don't think we need to spend money on that right now. Let me know if you disagree, guys, but I don't think we should spend money on double heat sinks and double heat sink kits right now, just because we don't have a lot of cash. So we're probably going to forego those. If anybody disagrees, put a comment in the chat room. That's what it's there for. But I think we can wait. All right, so we have clan ammo available. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that. Extended range. Ooh, Ultra Cannon 5 ammo. Let's grab that. That's
New
rare.
equipment available.
Ultra Cannon 20 ammo. Again, that's very rare, so let's go ahead and just grab that and we'll stash it for another day. Streak ammo also can be rare, so let's grab that as well. Alright, let's find our next destination. actually, sorry, before we do that, let's go to the mech bay. We've got some stuff to install. So we've got our Shadow Hawk. This is kind of our command vehicle. So let's look at our equipment here. Because we have this command console, but it's 4 tons, so I can't use it right now. Maybe when we get an Orion or a Heavy, we can use this armored command console. We can't use it now, so I'm going to upgrade our commander's armor cowl. And that's really all we can do on our Shadowhawk.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Alright, Hunchback. Probably going to do the same thing. We're just going to add an armor cowl here. Now that we have it. Cowl, but I don't know if I want to use that for the Enforcer, because we're probably going to be retiring that sooner than you would think. Let's manage our tasks. We have a Crusader that's going to be available, Firestarter, Flea. Let's move the Shadowhawk above the Flea, Firestarter above the Flea, the Wolverine above the Flea, the Shadowhawk above the Flea, Hunchback above the Flea. Alright, so we have actually quite a few repairs to do right now. So let's find ourselves, we're trying to work up our way up in difficulty. So right now we're on a 2-skull planet. I think we need another 2-skull planet before we go to 3. So let's find a close by 2-skull planet that we can go to. Alright. I'd like to go closer to the border. It's a 37-day jump. I don't know if I want to go 37 days. Alright, that's an abandoned planet. Here's one close to the border. That's 24 days. Let's go there.
Roger that, Commander.
I think that's a good choice. That should allow most of our mechs to get repaired here.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
Alright, paying our bills. Do I want to increase our morale? We're going to get 1 morale. It's not really going to help us that much, so we're going to stick with normal. Morale. Normal expenses.
Hey, boss.
Right.
We just completed those
Mech
upgrades.
Lab 3 is now available. So that is awesome. Alright, so we can actually what can we get done on this travel? Okay, I think we can get this repair scaffolding
Sure thing.
done. So let's
It'll
do
take
that.
a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay. Let's finish our travel. Thanks everybody for joining our stream. Just to give everybody a feel for what we have on tap, I'm going to try to do some streaming in addition to this later on today. Quick question for everybody. Everybody who's watching the stream, I would love to get feedback from you. I have several games I could play this afternoon, and I want to gauge your interest. I can do some Mech Warrior 5. I can, of course, do some Battletech. I can play Crusader Kings 3. Or I can play Fallen Republic, which is the Star Wars Stellaris mod. So I'd love, if anybody has anything that they would love to see later on today, please put it in the chat room. I'd be happy to take that into consideration when I choose which game to play. Kind of leaning towards Crusader Kings 3. I haven't played that in about a week. We've had some timing challenges with regard to streaming this week. Hopefully we'll get back to our regular rotation next week. It's been real busy, which is interesting. Alright, so we've got a announcement. So the Trinity Alliance formalized. So this is where the Capellan Federation, the Turian Concordite, and the Majesty of Canopus basically form an alliance to make themselves relevant against the other larger houses. Okay. Alright, so there's a new version of the PPC available. That's interesting. Alright. Drawing straws. Alright, I haven't seen this one before. So, one of the things I also love is the modders are constantly putting in new instances as part of the travel, which is great. So I've never seen this one before. Mirage gestures to a bright yellow growth. Oh wait, I have seen this one before. So basically mold is growing on the side of the ship and we need to take care of it. So I can ask for volunteers, send the medical team, send the mech techs, or ask for volunteers. You know, we haven't been using the medical staff much lately, so let's send the medical team. -2 medical points for 14 days. Considering half that day, those days will be traveling, no problem. I've done that before, and you end up sending a mech warrior, and they're gone for like 30 days. So I'm always happy to send the med techs to do some dirty work. Alright, a beautiful Earth-like planet for us to explore.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Alright. Alright, let's visit the store just to see if there's anything we... Enforcer 2, that's interesting. Just taking a quick gander. Area of Effect AC-20, that's interesting. Some tags. I definitely could use some more tags, so let's buy that.
New weapon systems
Tags are
available.
very underrated in this game. I always recommend that you have plenty of tags available for your lighter mechs. Ferrofibrous. Yes, please. I'll take 2 of those. That's a nice upgrade. Alright, there's some other stuff we can look at here later, but those 2 actually... plasma ammo, that's hard to find, so let's buy that before I forget. Alright, let's take a look at some stuff we might have, some excess stuff that we can get rid of on the Argo. I don't think we need 6 large lasers. Let's sell 3 of those. Light PPC. I don't know when I'm ever going to use a light PPC. Let's go ahead and sell that. 31 medium lasers. Let's sell half of those. Alright, 7 PPCs. I don't think we need all those, so let's sell half. Now this does 2 things. Or several things. Not only does it give us cash, obviously, but it also speeds up our load times to get rid of things that we're not going to be using. We don't need 12 SRM6s. Cut that in half. Thunderbolt 5, we'll keep those. Get rid of a couple of these smaller cores because we're going to be leveling up our mechs, so I don't think we need any cores below 50 or 150. Oh, we have 2 XL engines. We should be using those. Next opportunity to travel. Heat sinks. Jump jets. Yeah, these aren't really going to move the needle money-wise. All right, so let's check into the hiring hall. See if there's anybody who's too good for us not to hire. Ooh, Hannibal
Ready for orders.
is nice. Will only work for mech rating of 500 or higher. How close are we to that? I don't think we're even close. Let's check our rating. No, we're not going to get to 500 before we leave this planet. So we're not going to be able to get that pilot. Let's see what else we got. Ooh,
Commander.
all right, so Murray here has shielded stance. So it would be worth getting Murray almost just to try the shielded stance out. So I'm going to go ahead and hire him.
New mech warriors available.
Rook, Rampage, Glitch.
I hear ya.
Oh, Glitch is always fun. She obviously was one of the original unique characters to the game. You know, Glitch wouldn't be horrible as just a backup pilot. Let's go ahead and hire her.
New mech warriors available.
Alright, let's check the mech bay. What do we have available? So we've got our Crusader, which we put together. Beautiful. I love the look of the Crusader. Crusaders, just visually, I like the visualization of a Crusader. I think it's awesome. We also put together a Shadowhawk D with a Gauss rifle, so that's now available. So we could definitely up our tonnage now, which is exciting to me. So let's take our new toys out for a spin. All right, so we got to save the prototype escort mission, destroy base, ambush convoy, which I'm not going to do. I hate ambush convoy. Recovery mission, lost air, B team mission, settling a grudge. I'm going to go with the settling the grudge mission. Straight up battle. Let's do that. Alright, so we got our Crusader now. We got some Shadowhawks. So, what are we going to do? I'm still going to keep the Shadowhawk as kind of my command player character mech because it has a lot of firepower because it has 2 AC-5s with Sabo rounds. We'll take the Crusader. We're going to take our new Shadowhawk with the Gauss rifle. We're going to take the Enforcer out of the rotation as a backup mech now. We now have a flea available. Do I want to use this flea? I really should put some tags on this flea instead of weapons. I don't think we want to use the flea right now. So we're going to... let's see. Take the Wolverine. Alright. And take our 2 fire starters as sensor lockers. I think that is good. Alright, so we're going up in tonnage a little bit. We've got a Crusader and a Shadowhawk. So now we're going to have 2 Shadowhawks, a Crusader, and a Wolverine. And then we're going to have 2 fire starters, which are going to be our sensor lockers and taggers. So I think that's a very solid 6 mechs to send out on a mission. So we're going to do this mission and then maybe one more mission depending on how long these missions go. This is a battle, so usually it should be a pretty quick mission. And then again, I will be back later on this afternoon with some additional play. If anybody wants to see more Battletech, if they want to see Mech Warrior 5, if they want to see Crusader Kings, 3, or if you want to see Stellaris, the Star Wars mod, put a comment in the chat room. I'll certainly take it under advisement because this stream is all about what you guys want to see.
Command interface.
I'm happy
initiated.
playing any of those games. Alright, you've arrived at your location. Move forward, acquire the target lance, and light them up. I do like battles
Should've brought
because,
coat.
you know, I can... Oh, we got a Talos here. That's some good salvage. We've got a Irby, unknown 35-tonner. Okay. This might be a short
I'm
lance we're
listening.
up against here. If so, this is going to be a very quick mission. Alright, so let's push up with our fire starters.
I got it. Don't think.
Try
Don't
to get
shoot.
vision.
Just run.
Alright, so we got our Talos, our Irby, a Raven, and an unknown mech in the distance. So it is going to be a full enemy lance. Alright, so let's get a tag on this Talos.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
Alright, very nice.
Orders.
Let's push up with our other fire starter. Let's see if we can get a tag on that Raven before it... it's pretty evasive right now, so we have like a 50-50 shot. Alright, yeah. Let's go for the tag on the Raven.
Engaging.
See if we get lucky. Nope, we missed. That's alright.
No joy.
Alright. Let's move up our Shadowhawks. We have a good opportunity to hit this Talos before it can hit us. So, not the best hit percentage because the target is moving at high speed. You can't see that because we're doing turns, but you have to keep in mind that a real Battletech battle would take just a few minutes. So obviously we're slowing things down, but you have to imagine that this Talos is actually moving at a pretty good speed.
Orders.
Alright, so we're going to take these shots.
Roger that. Full
Alright.
speed.
Now we've got a Gauss rifle here. So do we want to take a Gauss rifle shot at this low hit percent? I don't think so. But we do have the ERPPC shotgun available. So let's deselect the Gauss rifle. And we'll take a shot with the shotgun. Did a little damage there and impaired the sensors. So that's awesome.
Commander. Location confirmed.
Alright, we'll take the 85 shot here. Oh, we lucked out there. Alright, Talos is in play. Doesn't look like he's going to sprint here. Yep, the Talos wants to fight. I don't think I would take that approach because
Barely hit, Commander.
it's the heaviest mech that we've seen so far, and we out-ton and outgun it. So I don't know if the Talos should have done a stand-in fight, basically by not sprinting, or it should have just kept sprinting. It probably figured that it was the only mech in its lance that could tank, so it might as well make a
Good to go.
stand. Alright, we still have our Crusader. Alright, a whole lot of SRM-6s here on the Crusader. Let's knock some armor off that Talos. Ooh, enemy reinforcements.
Looks
Alright.
like enemy reinforcements.
In this case, I'm happy to see enemy reinforcements because I'm not seeing any must-have mechs out of this first group. The Talos is nice.
Full
But-
speed sounds good.
It's just another medium mech that we can add to our mech bay. It's not a huge piece of salvage. Alright, so let's move our fire starters up and we'll just overheat the Talos here. Oh, it's another Irby
Commander.
that's in the distance there. So yeah, let's keep using our fire starters to tag and overheat this Talos.
On your tape.
He's going to have a hard time bringing his weapons to bear now because he's overheated. Alright, that's more weapons fire from the reinforcements.
Systems holding.
We got a tag there. Raven's going to push in.
Yeah.
Get some
They got a
sensor
lock on me.
locks. And provide ECM to the Talos. Oh, that Irby's got a nasty AC on it. Probably an AC-10 or AC-20. Oh, snap. That Irby just wrecked one of our fire starters. Oh, boy.
I took a hit there. I'm kind of bleeding.
Alright, okay, Irby. Alright, Irby. So, I feel like this Irby was feeling like we were neglecting it. So, alright, Irby, if you want some action, we'll give you some action.
Good to go.
Alright,
Location
Irby.
confirmed.
If you really want to upset us,
Here it comes.
there you go. Gauss rifle, bye-bye, Irby.
Hope we can salvage that.
That's what you get. You knock down one of my mech warriors, you're gonna get a Gauss rifle to the rear armor.
Good enough.
Alright, best target here is gonna be the Talos. Go for the leg.
Copy that. Ready for orders.
Now the Talos is nice because it isn't a Omni mech, so don't get me wrong,
Order
the
received.
Talos is good salvage. It's just not really going up in tonnage for us. It's really what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get more heavies at this point. Mediums are nice, but I have plenty of mediums. Let's see what the Raven does. Alright, gonna pick on our poor fire starter. Poor Sparkle. They just got a lucky
Yes,
shot
Mother.
in. Alright, alright, Tricky.
On the move.
Start overheating that Raven.
Roger that.
Some fire into the rear armor there. Nice. Alright, there's the other Irby. Oh!
I lost a weapon.
Alright, more damage to our fire starter.
Reporting.
Alright, Sparkle, you've become more of a liability than an asset. So, you've already got one injury. Your mech's already pretty beat up. So, you're going to eject.
Ejecting.
Pretty much a no-brainer decision there. Alright, let's push up on the Talos. Let's do precision strike. Again, we'll go for the legs here. Ooh, that leg is just about to fall off.
Commander,
Alright, got our other Shadow Hawk.
location confirmed.
If we can get a nice, another shot to the leg, we might get knocked down here.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Oh, or we could just blow them up.
Target neutralized.
Only one part. That's the problem with a mech blowing up is you only get,
Yeah.
most of the time you only get one or two parts. Alright, let's push forward here.
Understood. Moving fast.
Alright, that Raven is pretty... Alright, we got some... Here comes the reinforcements. We got a 35er, that's probably a Panther, and a 30-tonner. Alright. So this Irby is not evasive at all, so let's... This Irby's got an AC-20 on it, so let's hit the Irby.
Receiving you.
Alright, let's push up with the Crusader. The Irby's gonna be too far away, so let's just
I'm on it.
missile spam the Raven. Nice, structure exposed.
Awaiting orders.
I don't want to expose my rear to those mechs that are coming in. So we'll just
Engaging.
keep this Raven overheated. Alright, there's that Panther probably.
Took a hard hit there.
Ooh, alright, we gotta get rid of that Irby. Just because the AC platform is just a little too dangerous for us. Alright. Let's do multi-target here. Irby and the Raven.
Receiving you.
Alright, let's push with the Shadow Hawk.
Double time. Let's go.
And precision strike to finish off this Irby. I don't really care about salvage on the Herbie.
On.
Oh, wait, that
I
Herbie
think I hit something
survived?
good.
No, it did. It got hit by a Goss
I'm here.
and a ERPPC shotgun and is still standing. I don't know about that.
Acknowledged.
Let's see if we can just finish this Herbie off.
Easy
There
target.
we go. There's Herbie. That AC-20 should be in the salvage pool if we're
That's a
interested.
kill.
Probably not.
Waiting for orders.
Though we didn't get a lot of mech parts so far, so maybe we'll want the
Look it out.
Herbie. I kind of doubt it. Alright. Yep, we'll just keep.
Engaging.
Alright, there goes the Raven. Alright,
Target
enemy
eliminated.
initial lance destroyed. Let's see if we can. Now at this point, the reinforcements, if I was in the reinforcements, I would say, yeah, the guys we were coming to help are dead. Maybe we should just bail. Alright, let's use our fire starter, see what we're up against here. So we've got a Valiant, a Firestarter S, and a Panther. And another, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Panther as well. So, you know, salvage is not going to be
Tenfold.
that exciting here. So we should just try to push through these guys as quickly as we can. I mean, obviously we're going to take parts if we get parts so we can sell some mechs, but this salvage is not, this is not the type of mechs that we want to, say, pick apart. So when we have the opportunity, we're going to go center torso. See if we can clear these guys out quick. Oh, another Raven. Okay. Maybe we can put together a Raven.
Got lucky.
That would actually not
Ready
be
for
horrible.
orders.
I do like Ravens as sensor lockers and as electronic warfare support. Not the best hit percentage here. Alright, might as well go after the Valiant. These sensors were impaired. Alright, we gotta watch this fire starter. Alright, they're gonna use the fire starter, it looks like, as a sensor locker.
Good to go.
But I still don't want that fire starter to close in on our fire starter. Alright, good hit percentage on the fire starter, so we'll take that.
Locked on target.
I'd argue the fire starter is the biggest threat here. We got a Panther, a Valiant, a Raven,
Standing by.
and a fire starter.
Double time. Let's go.
Let's beat up on the Panther here. The Panther's going to have the least evasion, and it doesn't have AMS on it, so kind of a no-brainer. Ooh, structure exposed on our fire starter. Ooh, okay.
Armor breach. Internal damage. Reporting.
Alright, that makes things interesting here. We want to keep the fire starter evasive now. Okay.
Tenfold.
That was kind of a lucky shot. Let's get a tag on the fire starter.
Locking off.
Ah, we missed. Alright. It's going to be best hit percentage here. 48. 53. Alright, precision strike. So remember what I said about not really caring about picking these mechs apart? There you go, center torso shots here. Try to just take these mechs out. I don't want to take any more damage than I have to on this mission to take down a bunch of lights that we'd probably just sell anyways. Alright, Firestarter's going after a Wolverine. That's fine with me. I like that matchup.
Good to go.
Push up our Shadowhawk. Alright, best shot's probably going to be on the Valiant again. Yep. Missed with the Goss. Nice hits with that
Inflicted some
ERPPC
heavy
shotgun.
damage.
What do you need?
Alright, let's push up with the Wolverine.
Acknowledged.
We've got a rocket launcher available. Let's see if we can just finish off. Nope, but we did a lot of damage. Pilot injury.
Critical hit, Commander.
And ejected. Awesome. Alright. So we did finish it off. If we were playing a player instead of the AI, I
Barely
think they
hit,
would
Commander.
withdraw
Aye, aye.
at this point. I mean, just imagine if we were playing a player against player for
Location
regular missions. I would see a scenario here where the other human commander
Locked
would
on.
just say, we're out. Like, they came here to help another lance. The other lance is already destroyed.
Or out.
And they're all lights going up against a lance of mediums. So there's really not a scenario where the enemy's going to win this fight. They could do some damage to us, but are they really going to win this battle? Not likely.
Reporting light damage.
Maybe a 3% chance,
Awaiting
tops,
orders.
that they would actually pull out this win. Alright, let's be aggressive here now that we got rid of the Valiant.
Go, go.
The Valiant has pretty good melee, so I was worried about that. And their Firestarter actually pulled back. So let's use our Firestarter against the Raven here. Overheat it, get a tag on it. Let's push in here. Good hit percentage on this Panther. And I'll do you one better. Let's go for center torso. There we go. There goes the Panther. We just overwhelmed the armor there. We got 5 salvage parts there. So we got full salvage by just destroying the center torso. That's right. Ooh. Their Firestarter's coming in. Oh, Beagle Probe destroyed.
This isn't looking too good.
That is expensive.
Waiting for orders.
Fortunately, we've got, I think we have 5 or 6 Beagle Probes
Got it. No shooting, just
in the
running.
mech bay, but still, that is expensive. Let's do Precision Strike here on the Raven. Again, it's a light mech. Let's just get
Giving
center
them everything
torso.
I've got.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, let's have some fun. Let's go in and do some melee on the fire starter.
On my way.
Why not?
Targeting for a physical attack.
I do love using Wolverines for melee.
Ready for orders.
They're just great brawlers. Alright, we've got a Crusader. So one thing I want to show you here is we actually have on this Crusader... Oh, and we're out of SRM-6 ammo. I have a Crusader that that actually will fire when you... Or SRM-6 that will actually fire when you do melee, but we ran out of ammo. Alright, so you know what? We'll just go in for... No, we don't want to do a charge. Do not do charges unless you're absolutely desperate.
Position confirmed.
Alright, we'll just move in with our Crusader. Make it a target. And we'll go ahead and hit the fire starter with
Copy that.
SRM Streaks. Structural damage. Nice.
That hit something good.
Taking minimal damage.
Alright, let's go in for a punch on the Raven with our fire starter. We missed, but that's okay. We still have all of our weapons. Alright, Raven's overheated now. Wow, I'm surprised the Raven fired there. It took a risk of serious structural damage. Shadowhawk. Alright, let's bring the hammer down on the fire starter. Those Sabo rounds just tear up the armor like crazy. Even on heavy
Standing
mechs.
by.
So a light mech is going to be 10 times worse. Alright, let's
Copy that.
let our Shadowhawk... The best target for the Shadowhawk is going to be the fire starter, so let's hit that
Roger
again.
that.
Commander.
Alright, Wolverine. Alright, let's go in for a punch on the fire starter.
Moving out. Oh!
Miss there.
Negative damage. I repeat, negative damage. Yeah. Copy that.
Alright, we'll keep going after the fire starter here.
Target confirmed. Solid connection on that one.
Alright, fire starter's doing sensor lock. I'm not sure what it's doing sensor lock for,
Reporting.
because it actually has more firepower than anything else on the field. Alright, let's go for a punch. Fire starter,
On my way.
fire starter.
Attempting physical attack.
Ooh, I thought he might eject there. I gotta say, these pilots are really sticking it in there. Of course, it's the AI, and they're not worried about death, but
Light damage, Commander.
These are actually some pretty good pilots. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I really wish that you could just call them up on the radio and say, hey, do you guys want a job? Because they're pretty good pilots. I'd rather hire
Yes,
you
Commander.
than kill you. Might as well just have some fun with some melee here.
Acknowledged.
Never get tired of that.
I'm here. Putting my weight into it. Yes, Commander.
Go for a kick. Yeah, no, we're gonna go for a punch.
Ooh.
And miss. Uh-oh, finish him off with the small pulse laser.
That one's gone.
Small pulse laser for the win.
Awaiting orders.
Alright. Yeah, you just gotta feel bad for this Raven. He's surrounded
to
by
go.
5 mechs, all of them equal or higher tonnage. Come on, you know you want to eject, Raven. There's no way you're gonna win.
Critical hit.
No, he's gonna keep sticking it out. Oh, see, it caused itself,
Oh, that.
oh no, it damaged the
Nasty.
Wolverine. You jerk. Alright, it caused itself some structural damage as well. Alright, let's go for a kick.
Orders.
Standing by.
Go for a punch.
Time to
I
get
probably should have gone for a kick there.
Commander.
Let's go for a kick.
Position confirmed. Putting my weight into it.
Well, that should have taken out his leg.
That hit something good.
Oh yeah, okay. We got knocked down.
orders.
We're just bullying him now at this point.
Ready for orders. On it. Ooh.
There we go. Alright, there goes the Raven. 4 salvageable parts. So we can put a Raven together here.
Hostile removed.
Alright, there we go.
Mission
2
successful.
enemy lances destroyed. We've got repairs for 1 fire starter and for 1 Wolverine. So, not a bad result. Oh, damage to 2 fire starters and a Wolverine. Alright, let's look at salvage here. Ooh, stealth armor. Okay. Alright, we got 1 Talos part. We'll probably... Should we take that? I don't know. It's only a 50-ton mech. Alright, so we've got the 5L Lightweight Electronics Warfare Battle Mech, which first debuted at the end of the 3rd Secession War. Was not just one of the first truly original mech designs produced in Century, but also represented humanity's refusal. Evasive plus 15, or we can go with the stealth mode. Stealth armor. Mech carries 6 tons of stealth armor and also uses 10 double heat sinks to greater Mech is armed with 2R medium lasers and an SRM-6, and also carries part of the electronic warfare package carried in the 3L model. Refit variant. Okay. Yeah, we're going to take the Stealth Raven parts. 2, 3. Right, so we got enough parts. We should have enough parts to put together a Raven now. We got the Talos part. We got a couple Irby parts. We got a Valiant part. We got a tag. And we got a double heatsink. Oh, and we got the stealth armor. Alright, so we can actually put that stealth armor on anybody. That stealth armor would look really good on a fire starter. I think that would be a good use of that extra stealth armor. Especially since we need to repair two of our fire starters. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this stream and video. Please give us a follow at twitch.tv Commando Gaming 1 to be entered into our Black Panther t-shirt or Funko Pop giveaway. And also check out our YouTube videos on strategic gaming and